ladies and gentlemen, about 5 minutes. Those of you listening on the East Coast, this is Sherman D. Manning. Sherman D. Manning. I am the author of The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Go to your local bookstore, get a copy of it, or simply go to Amazon.com and get a copy of the book. I think you will be glad that you did. It is not just about OJ, but it's also about the no-J's of life. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. It is a book that I think will be worth your time. Get it? Let me know what you think about it. Text someone, email your friends, call them up, tell them to tune in to the Sherman D. Manning Hour. This is Beat the Press. What do y'all want to talk about tonight? What would you all like to talk about? Politics, current events, race relations, whatever the subject is, we will be talking about it a little later on tonight. I simply wanted to check in because I indicated that we would be here at this juncture, and I didn't want anybody to say that I didn't keep my word. But there are things going on, as you might know. My situation is extremely fluid, so I can't always do exactly what I want to do when I am ready to do so. So we're going to have to delay this podcast for tonight and come back in perhaps an hour or two to air it live. In the meantime and in between time, do me a favor, contact all of your friends and let them know that Sherman D. Manning has a podcast. Tell them to like us on Facebook. Tell them to follow us. We'll be tweeting soon. The more of you that listen, the more of you that express an interest in what we are doing, the more people who want to discuss how we can transform our outdated, outmoded, antiquated criminal justice system and judicial system, the more we will expand this podcast and begin to do more things and to be more experimental in the things we're trying to accomplish. Today has been just an extremely hectic day. I stood up someone over at Loyola Marymount by mistake. I was supposed to meet with a great student that I met at Loyola about a weekend ago at an event, Voices of Justice. Kyle is a great student that I have been communicating with about some ideas concerning some things we want to do involving criminal justice. And I was not able to meet him today as he had asked. And if he's listening, I apologize for not being able to get over there. But it has been one hectic day. And I hope Kyle will accept my request to take a rain check and that we can get together at some time in the very near future. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sherman D. Manning podcast, and I am asking you again to please tune back in later on, and we will be talking about a variety of issues that I think might interest you and that I think we might have something to say that you're not hearing in the regular press. You know, I love this freedom of speech thing. I love what we call free speech and artistic expression, and I will use it to the maximum of my capability. Sherman D. Manning asking you to contact your friends. Let them know that we will be back on the air tonight on a podcast, and we will be talking about issues that we think are pertinent to our times. Sherman D. Manning, author of The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Let your friends, your loved ones, your pastor, your city councilman, your mayor, whoever it is, let them know that we'll be back on the air and we're going to be discussing things in a very unique manner. And I think they might find it to be quite interesting. If any of y'all see Donald, the guy who claims he wants to be president, tell him I said hello. If you see Ted Cruz, tell him I said hello. Marco Rubio, tell them I said hello. If you happen to see Bernie Sanders or Hillary, tell them that I said. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to sound the alarm in Zion. We have to let it be known that everybody, sound the alarm in Zion, let it be known that everybody needs to vote. We need to vote, we need to vote, we need to vote. It's scary times, and we need a steady hand at the controls in the job of the commander-in-chief, not some toupee-wearing pedophile who raped his ex-wife named Donald. We need a real steady hand. When I think of Donald, I always think, when I think of Ted Cruz, when I think of Rubio, and these scary times you and me had better sound the alarm in Zion and let it be known that we need a real leader. Bernie Sanders, Hillary. Sherman D. Manning, join me later. Join me later on this podcast. Tell your friends to tune in. Take a look at www.napsusa.org. That is www.n as in needle, A as in apple, P as in Paul, S as in Sherman, USA.org. Monty Henry, the owner of DPL Services in Ventura, California. We thank you for your sponsorship. If you need any spyware, need any kind of software, etc., as it pertains to surveillance equipment, you need to visit DPL, D as in Delta, P as in Paul, L as in Living, DPL Security Services in Ventura, California. Google Monty Henry. We'll talk to you later. Tune in. Sherman D. Manning. See ya.